don't second guess. Unapologetic, we're bold and we're loud. Shining light on the left shady crowd. Oreo Express, rolling down the track, exposing the lies, ain't no turning back. Conservative fire, we're speaking the truth. At Oreo Express, this one's for you. So grab your boots, let's take a stand for freedom, faith, and the heart of this land. Oreo Express, let's roll, let's go. So grab your boots, let's take a stand for freedom, faith, and the heart of this land. Oreo Express.
Celebrate our newest launch, Rev 7. I'm bringing you an amazing introductory offer, plus an exclusive overstock sale that you're not going to want to miss. Rev 7 is our premium energy drink that tastes great and gives you energy all day with no jitters and no crashes. That's because there's no sugar and no caffeine. I'm so sure you're going to love Rev 7 that for a limited time you can try our 3-pack absolutely free. Or check out our Percale bed sheets. I can't believe I'm even going to say this. Every color, every style, every size, only $29.88. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save 20% on our Rev 7 12-packs or try our introductory 3-pack absolutely free. And our Percale bed sheets, all sizes, only $29.88, even the queens and kings. Inventory is extremely limited, so order now.
Welcome back, folks. Happy Friday. We made it through another week. Hope you're all having a fabulous day here. Josh, Oreo Express, thank you for tuning in. If I could get you to hit that like button and share this out, that would be appreciated. And don't forget, it's already December 5th. You only got a week and a half where you can order something and get it shipped to you in time for Christmas. So make sure you head over to mypillow.com, use promo code Oreo. They have all kind of great sales, free shipping, made in America, America first. Support companies who support what you support, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. We made it. We made it. We got some things to talk about today. Supposedly some new information about the J6 pipe bomber. Also CNN, Jake Tapper calling him white. Doesn't surprise you. Doesn't surprise me. Also FIFA. The FIFA draw is going on. Trump's there. We have some of his comments from there. This is already on ticket sales, historic ticket sales going on. I thought that was pretty cool. And some other stuff as always. And again, want to say thank you to everybody tuning in and hope you're having a fabulous Friday. Let's see what we're going to start. Oh, let me run through the comments first. We got Susan, hello, Deb V, Pixie, Trina, Rob Wallace. Let's see, Real Sweet. Who else is popping in here? Texas Bigfoot. Blues Dude, what's up? Aloha. Becky Boo. Robert Benji, how are you doing, Robert? And let's see. El Ralphie, thank you guys. Real Sweet's in the house. Patriot Roy. Sue, how are you doing? See who's over here in this chat. Carol Burton. Let's see. Deb. Darlene. We're just getting the house full. We're going to be all full in here in a minute. Melissa, how are you? Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, welcome. It is Friday, guys. It is Friday. I don't know what we all have going. I got so many things on the calendar I got to get taken care of. I still got brakes on the back of the car going out, so I ordered those last night. Oh, I want to talk about that really quick. I'll talk about it here in 1 second. And then we got the Christmas parade in Clovis tomorrow night. That will be fun. So Caden will totally enjoy that. and just some other stuff going on. I was disappointed last night. I told you guys, if I make it a point to get the family together, watch a Dallas Cowboys game, we will lose. And we just need a defense. We just need a defense. You're putting up 30 points and you're letting the other team score more. That's a defensive problem. But last night, the brakes in the back are squeaking. I got to change the pads. And so I went online to check something out. And I thought this was just epic. So these Bosch pads, brake pads, I pull it up and I'm just happening to look and I'm seeing when it could be delivered by because I'm going to try to get them done this weekend. And take a look at this. I posted this last night. This is the brake pad right here. And if you go down, it says buy new, $27.35. Used, light new, $23.23. I just thought it was kind of interesting that they would offer used brake pads. You're saving $4, guys. Just get the used ones. Oh my gosh. I was thinking, you do see used on there a lot in electronics, Apple products, or what do they call those, refurbished products? But for some $27 brake pads, they have used ones that you can get for $23. So if anybody's in the market for brake pads, you can get them used. I thought that was just I had to laugh out loud at this one. And then I also seen this video, and the only reason I'm posting it is because I've seen this before. It's not very, at least the places I go to, it's not very prominent. I cannot remember where I seen this at before. I know there's a lot of beer places here locally that do this, but let me show you this video first.
What? Oh my God, I'm spilling. They are done with you stealing drinks. Y'all look at this. So the drinks don't work unless you scan this barcode, right? And then it'll give you 18 seconds. Here, watch. What? Oh my God, I'm spilling. They are done with you stealing drinks.
So we have some places here in Fresno for beer. Like I wouldn't say breweries, but some of the pizza shops where you get a card or you get your little thing and you put it in there and it'll give you like 12 ounces of beer, at certain places. But I can't remember where I was at. I want to say I was back east somewhere and I seen this. More and more places are taking out their fast food, like McDonald's. I think Taco Bell still has the little fountain drink thing there. I know In-N-Out does, but a lot of places are taking away the fountain drinks where you can just get constant refills, and they're putting in these little scan items. So you got to go up, scan your cup, and then walk over to the machine. And I was like, man, that's going to be crazy. But I thought it was interesting because when I seen that video last night, I was like, where have I seen this before? How about this? Thieves use a stolen truck to smash into a Washington Walgreens, drag out an ATM, and then abandon it as deputies close in. The suspects are still at large. Check out this video. Oh, they didn't tie it good enough. Gotta go, gotta go. There it is on the side of the road. Man. Get a couple guys together, I guess, and you know what? Somebody, I don't think those things carry all the money that people think they do. I mean, people think they're going to get tens of thousands of dollars in there. I can't remember. We watched a report or something on 60 Minutes or something stupid like that that showed they didn't have a whole lot, but I don't think these people care. They get $500, they're happy. That buys their drugs and everything else. We talked about a couple weeks ago, probably about 2 weeks now. Gavin Newsom's ex-campaign manager, or not campaign manager, staff, in charge of his staff. This woman is Gavin Newsom's ex-top aide, facing 23 federal charges, is due back in court. Dana Williamson is due back in court on December 11th. Her attorneys have asked the federal court to allow her not to show up to hearings and let her lawyer proceed on her behalf. I don't think so. We'll see what the judge says. It says, defendant hereby waives the right to be present in open court upon the hearing of any motion or other proceeding in this case, including when the case is set for trial, when continuance is ordered, and when any other action taken by the court before before or after trial, plea, impanelment of jury, and imposition of sentence. It says defendant hereby requests the court to proceed during every absence of hers, which the court may permit pursuant to this waiver, agrees that her interest will be deemed represented at all times by the presence of her attorney, the same as if she was personally present, and further agree to present in the court ready for trial on any day which the court may set in her absence. I think you got to be there. You know what? You did the crime. I wonder if personally, I mean, she doesn't like the cameras out there. You've seen what happened when she was released from jail. But I wonder, she knows she's going away and she's like, I want all the time at home doing my thing I can get. All I care, lock her up. Speaking of, I love this video too. It's kind of a fun Friday one. We haven't been hearing a whole lot from Vivek Ramaswamy. But I love what he says about Gavin Newsom. I love what he says. Listen to this, and it's so true. Take a listen.
Vivek, have you ever met Gavin Newsom?
I have actually met him a few times.
What did you think?
Look, I think at the end of the day, he's a classic limousine liberal. We had a good conversation a few times we've met. He's in a tough position. He's a straight white man in a party that doesn't like straight white men. I mean, that's historically what their base has made clear about who they actually want to nominate or what attributes they value. So he goes back and forth between being a radical who has to push back against Donald Trump on one day, using profanity, using social media, over the top behavior, and on the other, trying to behave like a moderate. And so he needs to figure out who he wants to be as a Democratic presidential candidate when he grows up. For our part, Laura, the real answer is that as long as we're focusing on who we are and what we stand for, I don't think he stands a chance. Neither does anybody else in the Democratic Party. But it's up to us to make sure we're not distracted by their antics, which are frankly comical and humorous at times. It's not ultimately going to be what matters in the end.
Classic limousine liberal, and he's in a party that doesn't like straight white men. That is so true. You know, I've met Democrats that don't agree with anything I stand for that just can't stand him. Like, believe it or not, they're even beneath him, or he's beneath them. Just absolutely, but a good representation. And then we got who was that? Mikey Ray, Fun Friday. Fun Friday is into the raffle. Mikey Ray is into the raffle. We have our raffle going on. We're doing the raffle today, folks. So if you want to get in, now's your shot. We're going to be doing it in the next show. We will be doing a second show. I don't know if it'll be an entire show or just a raffle show. I got a meeting today with some folks from the nonprofit. We have a scheduled meeting. I don't know how long that's going to go. I'm going to try to do my regular scheduled thing, but that meeting's at 2. So I'll have time to get some show prep done before that. And so I'll let you guys know how it goes. Or I'll let you guys know, obviously, when the show starts. But there is a raffle. If you guys want to get in, we have, and we're getting low on inventory right here. We got one of those light up MAGA hats. Oh, this one changed. I like the other one better. Hold on. Let me turn it back on. That's cute. Testing. I like that one too. That one's my favorite right there. MAGA. So one of these hats right here will be shipped out to you. We also have some items that Cliff donated to us. These are 2 hats. You get a red and black hat. It says United States of America. It's the 250th anniversary hat of the United States of America. We are in the 250 era right now. And let me pull this up. Also, this flag is sealed right now. I'm not going to open it up, but a 250th anniversary. It says the American flag. In the wokeness calendar. Let's see. Yeah, in the wokeness calendar. Donald Trump calendar. And then you have, these are epic. Again, if you win, you could, there's 2 coins in here. You could tell me to take one out and keep it. These are commemorative 250 coins. You can see right there, they have the red, white, and blue, the 250 logo on them. And they come with a U.S. banknote. The certificate of authenticity certifies that the bill you received is genuine legal tender in United States currency. And then I believe there was 2 Christmas ornaments right here. And thank you, Cliff, for that. Appreciate you. So if you guys want to get in, Margaret's in for one. Thank you, Margaret. Just got that beep right now. So if you guys want to get in, we're doing it in the next show live on the air. You want to get in. We're getting pretty close to getting the bills paid off for this month. Then we move on to next month. So thank you all. Then we'll go out on the streets and show some leg for Christmas. All right, let's move on. Yesterday, all the talk, we got a couple things that happened yesterday, some good, some bad. All the talk was obviously on the FBI arresting the alleged J6 pipe bomber. But one thing that also happened that didn't get a whole lot of press and a whole lot of headline is this right here. And Caitlin Collins is so giddy about it.
Pretty big embarrassment for the Justice Department and President Trump's relentless pursuit of revenge by using
revenge, guys, revenge
to go after his political enemies. A federal grand jury in Virginia was asked today to re-indict the New York Attorney General Letitia James, and the grand jury said no. A grand jury refusing to indict someone, which is a much lower bar than a trial, is pretty rare. But this is now the second time the Justice Department has tried to prosecute James for alleged mortgage fraud and not had it work out. You'll remember a judge threw out the first case because of the improper appointment of the president's handpicked prosecutor, Lindsay Halligan, as the interim U.S. attorney handling that case. A different prosecutor from a different office was brought in for today's attempted do-over. There's been no reaction yet from President Trump, who has made his disdain for Tish James quite clear since she took him and his company to court over business fraud and won. Pretty big embarrassment for the Justice.
So, I mean, this is just how crazy. You had a grand jury. She lied. I mean, she did much worse than Trump ever did on his dealings when he was when we were in New York for his trial. She lied, said what'd she say? She was married to her own father was one thing. Just a whole lot of crap. And I don't know how they can move on with this, but the same party that says nobody's above the law celebrates when Democrats are above the law. And that's just crap. I wanted to bring that to you. We got some other stuff that came up yesterday. And then we do have some decent news. You remember we had 2 National Guardsmen shot by a terrorist in D.C. One of them did pass away. And you have the other one. Here's a little update here. Take a listen.
I was there when the doctors all came in the room after they had done an angiogram. He has no blood clots. He's a miracle. And now he's able to open both eyes, severe injuries, but we are all continuing to pray that he's got a long road ahead of him, but we are praying that he makes a full recovery. And this was someone that the Biden administration, the monster, let into our country, let him walk into this country with little or no vetting, just like all these Somalis that Obama did, who are committing crimes throughout our country.
But so that's great news. Long road to recovery, probably never be 100%, but his family, I think yesterday, his family went to the White House and met with President Trump. I seen a picture in the Oval Office and praying for some healing, not just for him, his family. It's affected a lot of people. As you know, there's a lot of service members that when you hurt one of them, you hurt them. And obviously we had one that is now up in heaven, and one that's on the road to recovery. Just sad. Yesterday we spent quite a bit of time covering the J6 pipe bomb. We went through the entire. We read the entire indictment, or at least the important stuff. CNN Jake Tapper broke the story. Now the picture that is on there has been edited on there just to show the hypocrisy. But I want you to listen to what Jake Tapper says. They can't help it over at CNN.
5 years of investigation, the FBI finally announced that they had arrested a suspect accused of planting pipe bombs near the Republican and Democratic National Committee headquarters the night before the January 6, 2021 Capitol attack. Brian Cole Jr., a 30-year-old white man from the D.C. suburbs, is charged with transporting an explosive device in
a 30-year-old white man. A 30-year-old white man. When I say you can't hate legacy media enough, I mean it. I mean it. They wanted this person to be white so bad that they all had it scripted out, that this was a 30-year-old white man. Just to take a listen to this. Take a listen one more time. I find this just laughable.
Jake Tapper, after nearly 5 years of investigation, the FBI finally announced that they had arrested a suspect accused of planting pipe bombs near the Republican and Democratic National Committee headquarters the night before the January 6, 2021 Capitol attack. Brian Cole Jr., a 30-year-old white man from the D.C. suburbs, is charged with transporting an explosive device in interstate commerce and with malicious destruction by means of explosion. CNN observed local and federal law enforcement outside his home in Woodbridge, Virginia this morning. Attorney General Pam Bondi gave very few details about the suspect this morning, but said this cold case has been solved.
Man. Yeah, I mean, hashtag fake news once again. It's beyond embarrassment. And now, like I've been hearing a lot of Democrats on MSNBC. Well, shouldn't this pardon? We're going to talk about this, but shouldn't this pardon, Trump's pardon, shouldn't that pardon this guy too? Like they want a guy that stashed 2 bombs, one at the RNC, one at the DNC, they want him pardoned because he's one of them. Think about that. Let's take a listen to this right here. I thought this was
insurrectionists
kind of
theoretically, because
That is not
had
at all
he
what
been
I'm
found
saying,
at
Isabel.
that
Just a second.
time,
We are saying that Kash Patel, I do wonder if he had been actually caught around the time of January 6th and prosecuted, would he have been included in Trump's pardons?
I mean, okay, this is absolutely beyond the pale to me, to be honest, to claim that we don't know any sort of inkling of a motive of this individual when just a few months prior there was a lawsuit ruled in the Trump administration's favor against this particular individual for his company seeking to let illegal immigrants out of prison on bail bonds. He purchased the supplies in 2019.
Just to clarify,
very clearly.
What we're saying is that on that podium there,
yeah, you're suggesting that he's tied to January 6th insurrectionists theoretically, because
that is not at all what I'm
found
saying.
at
Well,
that
just a
time.
second. We are saying that Kash Patel and Pam Bondi did not provide a motive. And so you can speculate all you want, but the authorities who are charging this guy haven't laid out a motive. That's all I've said. The other thing is that, no, I'm not suggesting that he was tied to stop the steal, but I'm not sure why you think that would be.
Had he been discovered right after January 6th,
so
would he have been included in the pardonings from individuals who participated?
So it's called a hypothetical. Had he been prosecuted alongside all of those other people who were involved in violent acts on January 6th, would Donald Trump have pardoned him?
No, because individuals who walked into the Capitol building on January 6th were not planting pipe bombs.
What about the
ones?
DNC
But what
about the ones that use the American flag?
But again, it's rich to me that now
police
the media
officers
is saying we have no idea what the motive is
Isabel,
for this person.
hold on.
This network,
what about
MSNBC,
Isabel? What about the people?
Within 48 hours of January 6th,
what about the people who used an American flag?
This was intended to foment additional chaos to detract from law enforcement.
You're saying the media as if you're not at this table.
I get that you don't want to. I get that you don't want to grab.
You see how they cannot handle it? She's speaking facts here, folks, and they're like, "Oh, they're just talking over her." I guess that's what we call equality.
With the facts
I'm answering your original question.
No, well, let me ask you. Let me ask you a question.
I like her necklace, though. Check out the cute little blonde's necklace.
Let me ask you a question. What about the people who assaulted and beat police officers on January 6th?
I have regularly said,
so do you think,
commits a violent crime,
do you think that they are just trespassing, that they were wrongfully prosecuted?
Well,
absolutely they were. They weren't given their constitutional rights. There was a sham J6 committee. Officers lied under oath, and which were finally contradicted once some video was released. So yeah, we went through all this. And again, CNN has not realized the man won again. The so-called person that told people to march to the Capitol and kill people. You know, I remember back when all this was going on, we were like, holy cow, I was at the Ellipse Park. Actually, the other night, speaking of J6, I was going through some of my old videos. I was looking to cut. I want to do a new intro video for the show. And so I was going through, and I'm going back to January 6th night, and it was me and Jason. And we open up where we walked, if you guys remember, we walked back from the Capitol. We stayed there after the curfew because we had press passes. And when we got back to the hotel, everybody's like, there was a lockdown in DC. Nobody could get food. We finally found a place that would deliver us pizza. And everybody was pretty much, we had DC police staged outside the hotel. You could not leave. They were some hotels, they actually locked the front doors. They barricaded the front doors so people in the hotels couldn't leave if there's emergency, anything. And me and Jason did a quick live stream, and we ended up talking about Ashley Babbitt, and we were trying to get, again, everything was so fresh. I'm sitting there on the live stream talking about, it looks like she served 14 years as, it was just incredible. Nobody cares about Ashley Babbitt's killer. Nobody cares about Ashley Babbitt's killer. Now listen to what is coming out today. We have not confirmed this by the FBI, but it is being put out there. And I want to get into this a little because honestly, yesterday when he was arrested, in my own thoughts, and I don't always put them out here because they sound like they could be pretty far off from reality. But I said, if I got arrested for this. You got to imagine this guy probably thought he was free and clear. He might have actually been questioned about with FBI back in the day, and we don't know about it. They might not even have made a record of it. A lot of that's going to come out if there was a record of it. But I think he thought he was free and clear, and then Trump gets in, and they find out Dan Bongino's on the case, and Dan's been talking about it for years now. And Trump does a pardon, and you think, oh, I was one of them. I want to be pardoned too. You know what I mean? Listen to this.
Also, let's look at our other breaking news this morning. We're getting some more details on the man accused of planting pipe bombs right near the U.S. Capitol on the eve of January 6. Sources tell CNN the 30-year-old suspect in this case, Brian Cole Jr., told investigators after his arrest he believed the 2020 election was stolen.
Now, this doesn't add up at all. This is maybe a good defense on his part. He's had time to think about it. He probably worried about getting picked up. And for a while under Biden, he thought he was free and clear.
Providing the first indication into a possible motive.
Let's go live to our senior justice correspondent, Evan Perez. He's here with us in the Situation Room.
Really quick, Renee says, Josh, I would love for you to show your J6 film on here with your commentary. You know what? We might do that. Maybe on the J6 anniversary, we'll do a stream where we'll show a lot of our videos from that day and that weekend and kind of go through my perspective of what happened.
What else are we learning as this investigation unfolds?
Well, Brian Cole, the suspect in this case, Wolf, sat for interviews, hours of interviews yesterday with the FBI. And among the statements that he made was that he believed the 2020 election was stolen. Now, that is a significant piece of information simply because there's been so much conspiracy, there's been a lot of speculation as to exactly what the motivation could be. Certainly because, if you remember, those bombs were planted on January 5th of 2021, the day before the Capitol riot. They were discovered that afternoon of January 6, 2021, just as the mob of MAGA supporters was breaking through the first cordon of police lines, and then, of course, ransacking the Capitol. So the FBI investigators for a long time were trying to figure out whether the two things were connected. Now, there's certainly a lot more to learn about what his motivation was and whether this really explains everything. But certainly that statement that he provided to investigators in the last 24 hours is the beginning of the story here. Now, we know that the FBI did a lot of work over the last 5 years. You heard from the Attorney General and the Deputy FBI Director in the last 24 hours describing certainly a lot of the investigative work that is still to be done. But one of the key things that happened here was figuring out the cell phone location for this suspect that matched some of the other evidence. That only happened, Wolf, in the last few weeks, I'm told, as part of this investigation. And that is really remarkable when you think about an investigation that has cost millions of dollars, that has included dozens, perhaps even more than 100 agents.
So, I mean, well, now I see some of your comments in there. From everything, excuse me, from everything that I've seen, the phone records and people that I look at that are not partisan, that they stand on the conservative side, but kind of like me, I call out our side quite a bit. I'm pretty critical of our side. It's why we lose everything. And I'm critical of the fake MAGAs. I do believe from everything that I've seen that this is the actual pipe bomber. I do believe that. There's just too much there. The fact that this person, that you had his phone pinging, you had his car, he had no reason to be in DC. He purchased the pipe bomb material. Now, was he coerced into doing this by somebody? CIA, FBI at the time. I don't know. I do know that after he did it, there was definitely an FBI cover-up. They didn't want to put the face of a black man on TV for a white supremacist insurrection, right? Would have killed their whole narrative. Would have killed the. I mean, think about this. For years, Christopher Wray, the FBI director, said, we've gone through all possible leads. I promise you, if there was any inclination that I had purchased pipe bomb material, you guarantee my face would have been plastered everywhere by the FBI. So I'm just, when they had all this, it's just incredible. It's just incredible. So I am leaning towards, one thing is I do trust Dan Bongino. I think he's in it for the right reasons. And there's a lot of other people that I've listened to their commentary since that I just have a feeling. Now, Dan Bongino, I think it was, or was it Cash Patel? Dan Bongino says this is just chapter 1. So there's more to come out of this. They've been watching this guy. I mean, I just don't think your normal person can be just that many coincidences. And that you have all this already in the FBI files and nobody mentioned it for 4 years. Let's see. Jalen says, hold on. Oh, shoot. Hate this thing. Josh, I did a super chat on YouTube. Does it count for the raffle too? It's a penny short and Matt has it in his shoe. Yes. Any super chats also on YouTube will get you into the raffle. The raffle is later today. I know a lot of people want that MAGA hat. Makes a great gift too. So if you win, and thank you, Jalen, you're actually in 2 more times because you did one on Rumble and YouTube. So thank you guys. So as you can see what they're trying to do to the narrative right now. Oh, he was MAGA. That's what they want to spin this as. That's all. Instantly, when this report came out, the same people yesterday that were saying, oh, this is just a distraction from high cost. They were screaming for the pipe bomber for 5 years. And now when Trump's administration pulls one in with all the evidence they exposed yesterday, and he's not white, doesn't fit the narrative. Listen to this one from MSNBC.
Philosophies, but investigators are still stuck. We were learning last night and confirmed more details this morning that Brian Cole Jr., the suspect in the January 6th pipe bombing case, confessed to FBI investigators yesterday in an interview that he planted those 2 devices that did not detonate in the areas around the DNC and RNC headquarters on January 5th. He was on surveillance tape, or a person was on surveillance tape doing that. He confessed that that was him. We also learned that he indicated that he was a supporter generally of Donald Trump, and also that he has been involved in basically supportive kind of social media interest in anarchist groups. And
I want you to listen to this. Listen to that. He was a supporter of Donald Trump and interested in supporting of anarchist groups. Never seen that before.
Anarchist philosophies. But investigators are still stumped about what his motive was. That is not yet clear. Though he's cooperating with investigators, they are not yet sure what really moved him to do this. There doesn't seem to be any evidence, I want to add, that he, at least not yet, it doesn't seem to be any evidence that he coordinated with any of the militia groups that ultimately were involved in planning the breach of the Capitol.
There was no planning of the breach of the Capitol. This is what I mean. Such fake stories. I was involved with a lot of those groups back in the day. I'm still involved with, and militia groups. You call the Proud Boys a militia? It's a drinking fraternity that loves America in most chapters. Not all of them do. A lot of them just want to drink. But there's a lot of great ones out there that want to stand up for free speech that allowed, 70-year-old women to be able to attend rallies at the California State Capitol in Sacramento, because if it wasn't for them being there, these people were being assaulted, their cars' tires slashed, their windows bashed in. But again, so I want to say something. This goes along with what I was thinking, and I had this in my mind last night, and I should have said it on the show. But if I knew that there was a possibility of being caught, and I was this guy, that's exactly what I would say, is I was a Donald Trump supporter. Now, if he was, I want to see evidence. There's evidence, according to them, that online he was followed anarchist and was supportive of anarchist groups. So let me see where he supported Trump, and I'll believe you. Let me see him at a Trump rally. Let me see him in his MAGA hat, right? Because you support Trump, you usually support Trump. If you're willing to put pipe bombs outside the RNC and the DNC buildings, you've worn a MAGA hat if it was for Trump because you thought the election was stolen. This whole thing, I think, again, is why he is talking right now is because his defense is going to be, I should be one of the pardoned ones. And we're going to get into that in a minute. Remember, the alleged DC pipe bomber, him and his family, sued Trump DHS. And look who their race baiting attorney was. That's Ben Chump. Says, alleged DC pipe bomber sued Trump DHS over illegal immigration, asked Biden DOJ to address racism. Hired Trayvon Martin's attorney back in 2021. This isn't MAGA. I know Harry and all the paid people were paid to put that out today, that somehow it was because of the 2020 election. Don't get your hopes up. Before I get into Dan Bongino's comments, we've seen he was trying to keep his composure. This was Dan Bongino's birthday yesterday. What a great birthday present for him. We do have a raffle going on. If you just joined us, we're going to do a raffle in our next show later today. The show should be around 3 o'clock Pacific. We're going to do it live on the air. We're trying to get this month's bills down to zero. We got a couple more bills to go. Paid some off last night from the entries we got last night, but I want to say thank you. We are 100% viewer funded, and your donations is what keeps the lights on here, guys. We had our good friend Cliff donate some stuff for the raffle. There's a couple Christmas ornaments here. For some reason, I thought this was open. You have, this says, the United States of America, 250th anniversary, 1776 to 2026. Two in here. Remember, this is our 250th anniversary. Trump's been pumping it. There's even going to be a UFC fight at the White House. Another item that you will be shipped is the in the wokeness calendar, Trump calendar. And you have all kind of different pictures. There you go. RW asked if he could get a screenshot of that last one. You have the America 250 flag. You have two America 250 hats. You got red and black. So those two hats. And thank you, Cliff, for donating this. This right here, there is two coins here. Commemorative coins. It's hard to see there, but you can see it has the 250 logo right there on the coin, and it comes with a certificate of authenticity of a U.S. banknote. That's pretty cool. And the flashing MAGA hat, the light up MAGA hat. So those items will be shipped out to you Monday, because we're going to do the raffle today. If there's time to get it to the post office today, but those items. So if you guys want to get in, every $10 donation gets you one entry. So if you do $30, that's 3 entries. You can go to Venmo at Oreo Josh, Cash App $Oreo Army, GiveSendGo.com/Oreo 2024. And if you guys if you got mobile or online banking and want to do a Zelle transfer, our Zelle address is purepatriot559@yahoo.com. We want to thank you for the support. We want to get caught up right now, and then we can move forward, guys. So thank you. Dan Bongino talking about yesterday says it puts a big smile on my face hearing from so many of you yesterday. I really can't thank you enough for the support over the past years. Says making the move from the opinion space back to the public service arena came with some minor challenges, but your support and encouragement has made it all a pleasure. I'm really proud of the work we produced and will continue to produce in both spaces, and I'm honored to be an ally with you in the fight for the future of our incredible country. God bless America and all those who defend her. He's been on this for a long time. Adventure Papa, good work, Josh. I'm doubling down on the raffle. Let's go. Light up MAGA hat. Thank you, Adventure Papa. Appreciate you. You are now entered. We're going to be doing that raffle here in about 4.5 hours. So join us live. Thank you so much for your guys' continued support. How about this? Just want you to listen to this as well.
Thousands of leads, 6,000. My first meeting, I swore in, and I kid you not, probably 15 minutes later, and the people who are in the meeting know, I said, when I get in there, I want a full brief on this pipe bomber case on day one. And I looked at the case agent after getting a full brief on what they'd done, and they had done some a pretty extensive amount of work. They had chased down, I think, thousands of leads, 6,000 plus interviews had been conducted, hundreds of tips, and it still was relatively stale, the case. And I grabbed the case agent on the way out, and I said, you're going to get me this guy. You're going to track this guy down, and you're going to find him. You're going to get me this guy. I want him. And that started what's been almost a 9-month operation right now to make sure that we could get full accountability and transparency to the American public and find this guy. And today,
just absolutely epic. And RPW, our PayPal is the same as Venmo. It's at Oreo Josh on PayPal. It's at Oreo Josh on PayPal. Let's see here. Polymarket posted this. Just in, suspected J6 pipe bomber's legal counsel projected to argue that he was included in Trump's pardon of those involved in January 6th. I would say I was MAGA too. That's going to get me out. He's had a long time to think about this. There was another case right here from Amuse. Take a look at this. Trump's J6 pardon may shield pipe bomb suspect as defense mounts sweeping argument. Brian Cole's attorney is reportedly planning to argue that Trump's January 6 pardon covers the pipe bomb episode, framing it as part of the same security timeline federal authorities tied to the broader events of that day. Trump's clemency explicitly applied to all targeted and everyone involved in the events surrounding that day, creating a class-based pardon that could extend to pre-riot conduct. Interesting. I'm just going to tell you right now, if it wasn't him that did it, his defense would not be going that route. I promise you that. If there wasn't, I mean, he's admitted to doing it, but let's just say, oh, he's working for the government. I know there's going to be people out there that say that I just don't believe that. I believe he might have been working in coercion with the government afterwards or before, but he's not giving up his life to be the J6 pipe bomber for the government. I think he got caught, and it's going to be interesting how this plays out. It's going to take the the Department of Justice to say, hey, what we were talking about was the actual events at J6. It's going to be one of those things that when you think about it, they're going to have to separate a person that tried to mass murder numerous people at the RNC to the DNC to people that were protesting a stolen election. And this is why he's already said that he believed what they called the election conspiracy, that the election was stolen in 2020. Just absolutely insane, guys. Absolutely insane. We'll move on now. Let me check something out. I think, where's it at? Come on. Waiting for something to load really quick. And old Uncle Bill, thank you so much for your Zelle. Thank you so much. Old Uncle Bill is in for some more entries into the raffle. Thank you, old Uncle Bill. President Trump is at the FIFA draw today. Take a listen to this. They have already sold a record number of tickets. Going to be the biggest event. It's going to be absolutely huge. Makes Super Bowl look small. Take a look at this.
Prize today I have not been told. There's a rumor about it, but I have not been.
He's talking about a peace thing that he actually won. We'll get into that from FIFA.
Oh. Big fan of Johnny, as you know.
What can fans receive that?
Excuse me?
Are you hoping to receive the Peace Prize?
Well, I don't like to say hope, but it would be a great honor.
What can fans expect of like the World Cup in the U.S.?
I think it's going to be fantastic. We've set every record you can set.
What are you telling people who are worried?
Johnny from Swiss TV, a word about him?
I think he has done a fantastic job.
Are you going to be meeting with the president of Mexico today and
We
the Prime
might.
Minister of
Yeah,
Canada as well?
I might
Will
do
you be
that.
discussing immigration?
Yes, we'll be discussing.
Yep. Can we go here for you go first, please.
Guys, 3, 2, 1.
And Renee is in. Thank you, Renee. Hold on. Why is this case?
Thank you.
All right, Jalen, we'll see you shortly. Thank you for being in here. So there was also another question to ask about the Peace Prize, if you will. Take a listen.
But I can tell you, I did settle 8 wars, and we have a 9th coming. But
You're expected to get the FIFA Peace Prize, Mr. President. What would you say to people who say that prize might conflict with your pledge to strike Venezuela?
well, I think the Peace Prize. I mean, I settled 8 wars. I don't know that I'm getting it. I haven't been officially noticed. I've been hearing about a Peace Prize, and I'm here to represent our country in a different sense. But I can tell you, I did settle 8 wars, and we have a 9th coming, but which nobody's ever done before. But I want to really save lives. I don't need prizes. I need to save lives, and we're saving a lot of lives. I've saved millions and millions of lives, and that's really what I want to do. And I also want to run a great country. And the United States right now is the hottest country anywhere in the world. And 1 year ago it was dead. We had a dead country, and now we have the hottest country anywhere in the world.
The hottest country anywhere in the world. That is so true. Just absolutely epic. And then here is him talking.
You've had
about
some concerns about
the cities hosting FIFA. He's already made it known that these cities need to clean up, or he would be moving these events. Listen to him here. You could tell we're gonna have some federal resources in these cities to clean it up. Take a listen.
I'm in American cities, some of the cities that'll be hosting. Have they remedied that for you, or are you still considering maybe asking FIFA to move some of those cities?
No, I don't want to do that, but I will tell you, if they do have a problem. the time we get there, we'll take care of that problem. We can solve that problem. I've proven that in D.C. and everywhere else we went, so we'll take care of that very easily. So if they have a problem, hopefully they'll let us know that, and we will solve any problem.
You've had some concerns about crime in American cities. Some of the cities that'll be hosting, have they remedied that for?
That's just amazing that Democrats fight to keep crime up. It's just crazy. And so Trump was awarded the FIFA Peace Prize, and the Democrats are just going crazy. They're not happy about this. It's so funny.
Mr. Donald J. Trump,
listen to
please. And please welcome the very first winner of the FIFA, is the 45th and 47th President of the United States of America, Mr. Donald J. Trump. Please.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
That's just epic. That's just epic. So he got that. Kudos to him. Also, another thing that broke yesterday, good news that we didn't share because we were busy with the J6 case, was you guys remember a couple weeks ago, a court struck down Texas's redistricting map. And Democrats all over were just celebrating. Well, the big, beautiful maps have now been protected by the Supreme Court of the United States. Check out Attorney General Ken Paxton's tweet here. He says, I successfully protected the big, beautiful map in SCOTUS in the face of Democrats' attempt to abuse the judicial system to steal the U.S. House. I have defended Texas' fundamental right to draw a map that ensures we are represented by Republicans. That is great news. I think the next one is the Supreme Court of the United States. And that is great. There is a court case right now in California. We'll see how that goes to block Prop 50 because it was drawn based on race, which is illegal. So good win there. You had Florida come out recently saying they're going to get more. You have Indiana that it's just waiting for some more votes. Hopefully they all step up and do the right thing and just totally annihilate Gavin Newsom and the rest of the gerrymandered states. We've been talking a lot about the fraud from the Somalians in Minnesota. We talked about their deep ties to Ilhan Omar, and the Somali Minnesota fraud scandal could grow to as much as $8 billion as the investigation continues. Take a listen to this. $8 billion, folks.
The level of fraud investigators are finding in Minnesota is growing by the day. Kelly Loeffler, who leads the Small Business Administration, says in the 2 days her agency has been investigating the state, they've uncovered $1 billion in PPP fraud just 2 days in. Several of the whistleblowers in Minnesota have also told lawmakers they believe the total amount of fraud could total up to more than $8 billion. Governor Tim Walz, who is up for re-election, is under fire for all of this happening under his watch. But he says they have paused these programs. They've brought in outside auditors to get an idea of how far-reaching this fraud was. They're taking steps to keep it from happening again. And he's defending his management of the state while also taking shots at Republicans and the president.
And in spite of the headwinds we're up against, Minnesota ranks economically, economic growth, happiness, number of people insured, education levels, near the very top. So I'll tell you what, I have no interest in having this state look like Oklahoma or Mississippi. And if folks are going to commit crimes here, thinking because our generous spirit and our programs that we have is going to give them some kind of cover, they are sadly mistaken.
Yeah, Minnesota is also now home to the single largest pandemic fraud scheme in the country. And Republicans argue that Walz and other Democrats opened the door to this by offering such generous social welfare benefits without any real protections against fraud, and then ignored warnings about that fraud because they didn't want to lose the support of the Somali community.
The whistleblowers that I've spoken to are saying that the governor knew, and the governor and lieutenant governor and even Chris Schmitter, who was his chief of staff, came to them as staff and scolded them for pointing out fraud.
Minnesota Congresswoman Ilhan Omar told CNN this week she believes the fraud spiraled out of control because COVID programs were rolled out without sufficient guardrails.
It was all part of the plan from the beginning. Give it to the NGOs. Give it to, let's get some of that kickback money. How about this? Our press secretary tweeted this out. ICE operation in Minneapolis nabs a dozen worst of the worst criminal illegal aliens, including Somalis. This was, let's see. Oh, is it going to make me do that? Let me see if this is actually no. But that's great news. That is great news. We knew that would happen. The bad guys, and there's plenty of those bad guys. How about this article from Amuse? ICE finally arrested Jonathan Monzo Oliveras after 38 arrests and 15 convictions, but activists want him to stay. Media calls him a Virginia man, while Democrat sanctuary policies facilitated his 7-year crime spree. It says he is an illegal immigrant from Guatemala. He amassed 38 arrests, 15 convictions since 2018, including sexual assault, assault and battery, burglary, larceny. It says ICE's DC office says he now faces more charges for sexual battery and fleeing police. Immigration activists are trying to halt his deportation, while the drive-by media calls him a Virginia man. He got to go home. Well, you don't got to go home, but you can't stay here. It's closing time. Now, we've been talking on the ban. It looks like President Trump's travel ban now applies to 30 countries, and the list could be growing. Take a listen to Kristi Noem here.
That list.
I won't be specific on the number, but it's over 30. And the president is continuing to evaluate countries. Listen, if they don't have a stable government there, if they don't have a country that can sustain itself and tell us who those individuals are and help us vet them, why should we allow people from that country to come here to the United States?
Madison, that list.
I won't be specific on the number.
So it's over 30. It's over 30. Again, we need to put the safety of American citizens first. That's not fascist. That's not any of the crazy stuff. Just absolutely crazy. So, guys, next show, we have our raffle. If you guys want to get in, I would get in now. We're going to do the raffle live on the air. We're going to use a random wheel of names to pick a winner. And here's what you guys are doing. We are 100% viewer funded. So every donation you deliver to us allows us to keep going, allows us to pay the lights, data, travel, everything. We got a donation from Cliff, our good buddy MAGA Cliff. There's 2 hats here, as you can see. United States of America, 1776, 2026, 250th anniversary hats. You'll get those hats. You'll get these. These are, again, you get this. You can ask me to keep one. Commemorative coins right there, with a certificate of authenticity. These are the America 250 coins. Let's see. America 250 flag. You got the End Wokeness calendar. Look at that one. So a lot of great things. That's probably for May, right? Cinco de Mayo. Yep. That's for May. And then 2 Christmas ornaments, guys. 2 Christmas ornaments. Right here, these little bell Christmas ornaments. As well as the light up MAGA hat. If you guys want to get in, let me see. It's not too bright in here right now. I can kick the studio lights off. If you guys want to get in, again, every $10 donation gets you 1 entry. If you do $20, that's 2 entries. $30, that's 3 entries. And once again, we'll be doing the raffle here in a little while. All our donation links are going to come up right now. I want to say thank you to everybody who's helped us out, continues to keep us alive here on the internet and out in public. Thank you. If you guys want to get in or want to donate and have a chance of winning, those links are coming up right now. We will see you in about 4 hours. Have a great day. Happy Friday, and we'll see you soon.
Well, hop above the Oreo Express, where truth don't hide and we don't second guess. Unapologetic, we're bold and we're loud, shining light on the left shady crowd. Oreo Express, rolling down the track, exposing the lies, ain't no turning back. Conservative fire, we're speaking the truth. At Oreo Express, this one's for you. So grab your boots, let's take a step.